Welcome to ESPN Sports Center. I'm Paul Damiano, and we have a very special edition of the program today. In our studio is none other than our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Welcome, President Trump.
Hello, Paul. It is your pleasure to have me with you today. Thank you for inviting me on.
Mr. Trump, for the past 8 years, we've had President Obama on the show and asked him about his Final Four picks and his approach to the tournament, and we'd like to extend that same courtesy to you today.
Paul, I have a three-pronged approach to this year's NCAA tournament. It has 3 steps. 3. It's very important to me. Step number 1, Rosie O'Donnell, where are you now? Nowhere. That's where you are. That's step 1, Paul. Step number 2, make CCL great again. Paul, it's a travesty, it's a tragedy. As you may know, there are many foreigners now working at CCL. They've taken our jobs. They want to take over our way of life. And I'm going to work very hard with my advisors to get rid of the foreigners at CCL. They're a threat. Just look at them out there. Look at them. Hernan Torres, bad hombre, very bad hombre. Number 2, Samir Mehta, obviously a Muslim, threat to CCL, has to go. Fence, barriers, travel restrictions. Number 3, Bojana Turbic, no vowels in her last name, obviously a foreigner, has to go. And Paul, perhaps most tragic of all, my understanding is there are Russians in our IT department. We have to do something about that.
Mr. Trump, you mentioned a 3-prong approach, and yet you only articulated 2 of those prongs.
Prong number 3, Lynn Fick Cooper, nasty woman, very nasty.
Mr. President, there's been some controversy with the tournament this year, the conference tournaments, particularly in the ACC. You mentioned CCL in their home state of North Carolina.
Yes.
The tournament has been moved from the headquarters of Greensboro to Brooklyn, in large part due to House Bill 2, or better known as the bathroom bill. Any comment?
Paul, yes, comment. Yes, very important to me. I want to say about that's something that I've worked on a very long time. I'm talking with my advisors. What was the question?
House Bill 2, the bathroom bill.
House Bill 2, yes, House Bill 2. I am either in favor of or opposed to House Bill 2.
Mr. Trump,
I will send a tweet later today.
The highlight of our program every year is when we have the president make their Final Four picks. Are you prepared to do that for the audience here today?
I am prepared to do that because, as I understand, for the last 8 years, former President Obama has made his picks, and he never gets it right. So I'm ready, Paul.
Who are your Final Four?
Paul, thank you. My Final Four, I'm going to start with that great university, a great institution, great American institution, Strayer University, for-profit, runs a profit, very important to me. Number 2, University of Phoenix, also a for-profit university, very good basketball team. Don't know anything about them, but I'm sure they're very good, for-profit. The school in 3rd, my 3rd top seed, Paul, and my 3rd Final Four team, don't know that much about it, Electoral College. They're in, I'm in, they're in. And number 4, and this year's NCAA champion, Trump University, Paul, they have a very good team. I think the gym is still open, and they're practicing, and I see them going all the way this year.
There you have it, folks. Our special guest, President of the United States, and his picks for the Final Four. Please stay tuned on ESPN Sports Center for all your scores and highlights as March Madness continues to roll.